If you have testicular torsion, you only have 6 hours to go to the hospital, and it's already been multiple hours. My testicles were hurting. We didn't have directions to the hospital. Her phone was at a very low percentage. A YouTuber, Noah, he messaged me asking if I could do editing for him. Just imagine editing a... What's up guys, it's Aleet here. Today I'm going to be talking about an opportunity that I missed out on with Noah and a bit of a backstory on how this happened. Pretty much my life in general, you know. It's just a talking video. You can feel free to chill and listen or not. It's whatever, to be honest. So yeah, a lot of people know that I'm a video editor. I've been editing for about 3.5 years maybe. I used to actually do that and like as a job, you know, making money, video editing, enough money to live off of. You know, and during this video editing journey, editing for YouTubers, there was one period where I was editing for 7 people, 7 different YouTubers at the same time. It was a very brief period that I was editing for all of those YouTubers at the same time, but it was a period. And so by that, you know, I'm a very hard-working person. I didn't really give myself that credit before, but I'm understanding that I'm a very hard-working person. So you can see that's a lot of hard work that I'm doing. I was actually tearing my body down by doing that. You know, drinking coffee, just staying up, constantly using the mouse repetitively. Yeah, I was tearing my whole, like my arm up from editing so much. And one day I was editing for a YouTuber, and I just felt like a pain just shoot down my arm. I was like, oh, bro, what the heck? And I was like, I DM'd him. I was like, dude, I cannot finish this video here. Then after that, you know, that pain kind of, I thought it was just gonna be like a one thing, you know, I'd go to sleep and then it'll be gone, but the pain stayed there. And for about a month after that, I wasn't doing anything, just laying in bed pretty much, thinking I would heal from laying in bed or whatever. You know, I did get better. I didn't get super better, like to where I could just go back to working normally and stuff. You know, I still had the pain in my arm lingering there. Recently, like I went to the physical therapist. Well, not recently, like a couple months ago or 3 months ago. You know, the physical therapist said I had carpal tunnel and tendonitis. So just think about that. That's basically what I had, right? When the pain shot down my arm and I couldn't edit. Then eventually, you know, after some months go by, I eventually heal. And the pain might have actually gone away 100%. May have been like there a little bit, but oh no. I set up a bot to rickroll me every time someone subscribes to my YouTube channel. But that's besides the point. The pain might have went away a little bit, but it was still there. I mean, no, that's not what I meant to say. The pain was still there a little bit, but possibly, so I don't really remember too well, but the point of me saying this is that I was able to function normally. I was editing videos for people. I was, you know, I had multiple clients and picking things back up. And then, yeah, so you think everything's gonna go good. And, I was really I was really developing my editing. I personally, well, actually, I get into that in a moment. But all right. So then some time comes later, then bam. Something happened that I would not have expected. I was sitting on the toilet and I looked at my leg and I saw a tick. And ticks carry disease, Lyme disease in particular. So I went to the hospital to get it removed because I didn't want to remove it myself, because if you remove it incorrectly, you can harm yourself more than you can hurt yourself. And I went to the literal worst hospital that you could have went to. Like, I honestly would have been better off treating myself. I just went there to get the tick removed, and the hospital, I literally had to wait like 2 hours to get it removed. And there was like nobody in the hospital. There was like one person in there, and the lady at the desk was just walking so slow. She just didn't care. She didn't care at all. I don't know why she was working there. And so eventually when the doctor comes in the room, he takes the tick off my leg, and they tell me that if you see a red ring around your leg, then you should be concerned. Me thinking that, okay, so if I see a red ring, I'll be concerned, and that's it. Now I know the doctor should have tested the tick for Lyme disease, or informed me better. So basically what happened was, you can, the point of him saying if you see a red ring around your leg was because that's a symptom of Lyme disease. So basically he's saying that if I have the red ring, then I know I have Lyme disease. But you can still get the disease without having the red ring, which is what happened to me. So about a month later, that's when the symptoms came in. My testicles were hurting so much. That's one of the symptoms of Lyme disease. I woke up, and actually I felt it the day before a little bit. I thought I maybe hit myself by mistake or something. But then the next day I woke up, and then I was in pain. I went to pray, and I got on my knees, and then I was like, oh my God, this hurts so much. And then I told my mom, and then we went to the hospital because I thought I had testicular torsion. Well, first, before we went to the hospital, my, whatchamacallit, we went to another place, like a doctor, like a urgent healthcare. And then the lady looked at my balls, and she couldn't tell if there was anything wrong. So then she said to go to the hospital. She told us a specific hospital. So because she said she didn't want to play around with something like that, because that could be serious. If I had testicular torsion, then they would have to cut off one of my testicles. Thank God I didn't have that. So I went to the hospital. Well, me and my mom's phones both died while we were on the way to the hospital. So we didn't have directions to the hospital. So I was not me and my mom's phones both died. Her phone was at a very low percentage is what happened, and it was about to die. I was like, oh my goodness, if her phone dies, then we will literally not make it to the hospital. Because if you have testicular torsion, you only have 6 hours to go to the hospital, and it's already been multiple hours. So we only had a little bit of time left to go to the hospital. And I was thinking, man, if I have to lose a testicle because our phones were not charged, are you serious? I will literally not be able to be happy for the rest of my life. I was like, Oh my goodness, I will freak out. Imagine losing a testicle because your phone wasn't charged and you don't have directions to go to the hospital. But eventually, we made it to the hospital. Her phone was very low percentage, barely made it. Um, and they did an ultrasound, my testicles, and they found nothing. And then so we went home. Uh, the doctor just told me to wear tight underwear. So yeah, I started doing that, and no, I didn't really get better. But then my mom did research and found out that testicular pain is related to Lyme disease. So that's how I found out that I had Lyme. So what happened? I went to the doctor. They took my blood, and sure enough, I had Lyme. I had a like pretty serious Lyme because I couldn't think straight. Like doing simple math, like 8 plus 3 would take me, I'm not even kidding, more than 30 seconds to do a simple problem like that. Like I had brain fog. That's one of the symptoms as well. And to be diagnosed with Lyme, you have to have, there's like a certain amount of bacterias. I believe there's 10 bacterias. And if you have 4, I think it's if you have 4 out of 10, then you have Lyme disease. I had 9 out of the 10. So I had almost all the bacterias that you could have, which is not a good thing. And also with the Lyme disease, it causes inflammation. And this brings me back to my arm pain, which, I had tendinitis and mild carpal tunnel. Tendinitis is inflammation of the tendon. So this Lyme disease made the inflammation in my tendons 100 times worse. So I was put out of editing, again, unfortunately. I haven't edited like a full video, I guess, in months, like probably about 6 months, which kind of sucks because that was what I did for a living, But anyways, I'm kind of jumping around in this story. All right, so after I got the tick in the first place on my leg, that's around the time where I started having I started having arm pain. I didn't know why. I thought it was just, maybe I was just using the computer too much. I was wrong. But yeah, I started having the arm pain again. And that's when that's a YouTuber, Noah's Noah. He messaged me like asking if I could do editing for him on Twitter. And, basically I couldn't turn it down. I'll tell you why I couldn't turn it down in a second. But I couldn't turn it down, so I basically did a trial edit for him, which was not really the best of my work. I really wish I could have done better. Literally having this arm pain from the Lyme disease and the tendinitis combined. Like, just imagine editing a video with your arm while your arm is in pain. You can't really have the creative process that you would have normally. You have to. It's sort of like a budget of how much you can use your arm before the pain is unbearable. So you have to use every mouse movement precisely in a way to get the video done, which basically makes it so that I can't be super creative with the video. So yeah, I had this arm pain, and the reason why I couldn't turn down Noah was because the person who inspired me to start editing was a YouTuber called C-Day. He's the first person, I saw his videos and I was like, man, I really want to edit like that. And my editing levels have, far surpassed that level. But that's the person who first inspired me. And Noah's Noah and C-Day are like hand in hand. When you think of one, a lot of people usually think of the other. And it kind of felt like I was going back to my roots. Like if I were to edit for Noah's Noah, I would have went full circle, edited for all of these YouTubers, then come back to the source, like where it all started. And of course, I wouldn't like let an opportunity like that go, even if the pay's not good or whatever. I still wouldn't do it. So yeah, this all of these events had to happen when Noah's Noah offered me the job, which kind of sucks because it's like, man, that is very bad timing. Yeah. So pretty much, like, I'm getting better and stuff now. Hopefully, more opportunities come, whatever. Because I feel in my heart that I am the best. Like, I feel like the best. And anything I do, I can be the best at it if I want to. Currently, of course, there's many video editors who are better than me. They have more technical skill. But I feel like creatively, there's not many who can match my creativity. And learning wise, I'm a very fast learner. I can learn things extremely quickly. And I just have such an addictive personality that when I start doing something, I don't stop doing it. Hence why I got probably tendonitis in the first place, combined with bad arm posture. That I will literally master something by just grinding it, like, and learning so fast. Like, that combined with learning speed, it really makes me something. And it kind of sucks that I missed out on this opportunity, but because I know very well that I had the skill for the job, and pretty much it just didn't. I don't know. I guess everything has a reason as well. I mean, in the future though, no matter what, you're gonna see my name. You're gonna see my name in the future. Well, maybe not Aleet. Maybe a different name. But I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep grinding. Gonna be me, and I'm gonna be great. And I hope you all are gonna be great too. But yeah, that's kind of it. I don't think I missed anything. Kind of was all over the place with this story, but I know I conveyed the message. Catch you guys later.